Cool.
and on YouTube.
And we are actually live now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see if you're.
Is it because we're double streaming? I
Can anyone hear us? No noise.
Do you want to tell us what happened? Yay!
Hello?
No noise.
Are we?
Yes.
That was an old one.
Yes.
Let's see.
We're getting this works, I think. No noise. Yes. Cool. All right.
All right. You
Perfect.
can-
Take 3. Let's do it. Fuck.
Okay. All right. So, hi everyone. For the third time, because 3 is the lucky number, to Desis and Dragons. We had a Desis playing Dungeons and Dragons in our Broken 12 campaign, set in the world of Eberron. I'm Chirag Ghaznani, your DM, and these are our lovely players. Starting off with longtime subscriber Alika Gupta.
Hello, my name is Alika. I am playing a human fighter by the name of Medu the Vadalis and extremely adorable, weird flying creature friend Cosmo. There's no name for that flying creature friend, but it's weird.
Yes, he is one of a kind. Definitely one of a kind. Next up, we have the always lovely Indrani.
Hello. I am going to be playing Talvar, a fire genasi human forge cleric who has literal flames on her head and who can't actually wield a sword. So there you go. That's me.
Excellent. And last but definitely not least, the man who managed to bring us all together physically, emotionally, and digitally, Shabam.
I'm actually. No, that's Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Do you know sign language? I'll be super impressed. I'm
None
also
of us.
learning it, but
I
very
cannot. You can do sign language. I won't be able to read it. It says the.
That's
Yeah, I don't think the stream can hear any of us. Because I'm watching the stream and I can't hear myself. All right. Hey, can you guys? All right, let's do a sound off.
Testing
Can you
one.
hear me? Can you hear Indrani?
Oh, that's me. Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear Alika?
Yes, I am here still.
Okay. And can you hear Shabam?
We can
Yeah,
hear
they said one
everyone
except you.
except Shubham. Yeah.
Hmm.
Should we cut to technical difficulties while we fix this? Yeah, fuck.
Well, I think we're gonna keep testing Shabam's thing, and then I think Indrani has something she wants to say, so we can use this as a moment to work on that. So,
Sure, yeah.
surprise! Indrani has something she wants to share.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know how I'm gonna go over Shubham going testing. Okay, but we are giving away a D20 during the D&D portion of this live stream.
Mhm.
Can you guys?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Should we cheer? Woo!
I feel like one or two cheers or two people clapping is worse than no one clapping. So just don't do it.
Okay.
But yeah, we're giving it away. The way you can enter is by being active on chat, making fun of us, the decisions we make, whatever you feel like. As long as you're active on chat throughout the stream, you will be entered into the giveaway. Make sure you're also subscribed to Desis and Dragons. And yeah, that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, as Alika can tell you, it's really easy to subscribe to Desis and Dragons.
Yeah, it is.
Just find out, and be sure to click, the bell as well for notification. I'm sure Alika has done that as well. She did that at the start.
Alika, why don't you tell us why we've been dragging on you for the past 3 games? If people here don't know, I feel like they need to know.
If people here don't know, the thing is, I subscribe to Desis and Dragons on YouTube about 5 minutes before session 0.
I think I figured it out.
All right.
Oh, good. Thank
guys,
you
can
for
you hear
sparing
Shabam?
me the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Can they hear me?
Can you guys hear Shubham? Say, Mr. Buttlicker, if you can hear Shubham.
Testing 1
Yeah.
2 3 1 2 3.
If he says testing 1 2 3, I'm gonna make it into a GIF.
Anyone? Oh, you guys can hear Shabam.
Great.
He figured it out.
So
Woo!
Yay!
I think it's because I changed browsers, and so a bunch of my Google Meet settings have gone dry, and that's what was meant. So I switched off my speakers, and the feedback loop stopped.
I see.
Perfect.
So
So,
it's a
once
janky
again-
fix, but it's a fix. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
They
Yes.
can also see the audio and Zoom stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, they can just see my thing flashing. I think it's just mine.
They can't see.
There we
I can't see any stuff on the YouTube.
Okay, audio is good. Let's just.
Great.
It's
So
fine.
let's go.
Yeah.
So we have audio's good. Announcement of dice goodies has also been announced. If there's no other announcement, I think we need a recap from the man, the machine, the pewter who's a computer. Pewter.
It's pretty impressive. Emergency memory backup. Ah! Okay, rebooting. Emergency memory backup. Nogu seems to know me. I seem to know Nogu. There are memories I do not fully understand. Okay, note for preservation. We made our way from meeting Prince to the area where the refugees are kept. However, faced issues as the place was well guarded. Fortunately, Talvar, who was a member of one of the families, and the same family that's charged with guarding the place, was able to get help from a former ally, a significant other, a friend. I learned that Talvar is a good person. I concurred. She calls me a friend. She's also good at oiling gears. Need to analyze that data further. We made our way through the alleys and found a destination with the help of some kids. However, we were attacked by a gnoll, an elf, and another being, memory corrupted. We managed to defeat them and take the gnoll captive, finally providing us with the chance to meet Nogu. Nogu. And that's where we left off, with Pewter screaming as he looked at Nogu and a memory flashback.
Yeah. His eyes are probably looking like zeros and ones. As you are in this alleyway between these two buildings in height, between these two ruined buildings with the remains of the battle around you, your friend from House Dennett, Luther, has gone off chasing the hobgoblin and the half-elf who had gone running away. He went looking for them. With the power of clerical magic, you managed to keep this gnoll unconscious but stable. And then as Nogu made eye contact with Pewter, he screamed, "Ah!" And then Pewter also screamed, "Ah!" back at him. And they are currently still doing that. It's been about a minute.
A minute
of screaming.
Like, he screamed, but then he screamed back, so he got scared, so he screamed back, and it's become a feedback loop. So unless someone interrupts it,
The
I just
second
keep
one
screaming.
goes today. Lovely. I'm gonna look at Medu and just be like,
I'll grab Nogu from the back and kind of like just gently drag him away and turn him to face me and say, "Hey, take a grip. What's wrong? We're good guys." But sort of good.
And he's like, he's going a little white in the face. He's a little less green. He's just like, okay, that's good. Okay, stop looking that way. Sorry, I don't mean to scream at you. Has Pewter stopped screaming now that he stopped screaming?
I'm gonna rest a hand on Ruler's back and be like, "You're okay. Everything's fine."
And like slowly you see the eyes stabilize. Like,
There you go.
memory issues detected. I will need to confirm who that was and how he knows me.
Do you want to ask him?
Yes,
Promise you won't scream when you see him?
I will now refrain myself from screaming. And Peter puts like a hand up on his mouth to kind of prevent himself from screaming.
Alright.
This is
Trust
simply to earn your trust. I do not need to open my mouth to scream.
I know. And I'm gonna be like, "Okay, Nogu, you can turn around now."
DM, if you would like to describe what Nogu looks like, I'll be able to show them the screen.
We have art!
Yeah.
Man, if I only had it. Yes, this art was done by the incredibly talented Dyson the Art. Let me just. His name will be. He will be shared in the in Instagram. From Dice Deeds Arts, Shiraz Khan. He did this on Instagram. He's done this lovely picture of Nogu that you can see in front of him. As you can see, he's very short for a half-orc. About less than 5 foot tall, stark white hair. Definitely not a redhead, although that's how Pewter remembers him. Not casting any magic right now, but he does. He's dressed in a kind of druid kind of style, as with this like maroon outfit that's dark, partially by design, but also because he looks like he hasn't changed in a long while, so it's a bit dirty, it's a bit underkempt. Underneath it, he's got like it's full modern kind of clothes, more like a newsies outfit. And he's got like his waistcoat underneath, like a dark blue waistcoat, and on top and something underneath. In fact, it's a little incongruous. So you think, oh, a druid would dress like completely druidy, but the only druid thing about him is his cloak with the clasp by this bronze clasp around his neck, which has a 12-sided pentagram.
Ooh.
Hi. Sorry for screaming. That wasn't cool. You can see, right? Yeah, that wasn't cool. And I'm Nogu. He bows, but like someone who doesn't quite know which is the right bow. So it's a cross between like head face down to the ground and military bow. So it's like he doesn't quite know which is the right one to do. You get the impression he's very young.
It's
I
okay. you
bow
don't
back.
need to do
Like-
that. Oh, well, okay, now we're all bowing.
Now we're all bowing.
I'll give a military bow.
Pewter has a tendency to do knee-jerk reactions when he sees military action. So when there's a salute or a bow, he will reciprocate in kind. So yeah, he does that too before kind of adjusting it.
Yeah, but he does a small eek when like Pewter just does that sudden like proper bow. It's like, right. Well, thank you for saving me from those guys. I don't know who any of. Well, I'm very grateful that you saved me, but I'm just wondering, was why you guys saved me? Because if you guys are like looking for protection money, I don't have anything really. I don't. The last people who asked me for things, they took all that I had. Not those guys, the ones before.
All right. How about you close your eyes? Just close your eyes for me. Now take a very
And
deep breath.
he puts his hand in like this like pose, and he's just like,
Yeah, sure.
a
Your
pose.
fingers will help as well. Take a deep breath and exhale from your mouth slowly. There you go. Okay. We're not here to take money from you, but we were sent by someone who's looking for you. And I lean close and I say, the prince, your son.
Oh, good. Oh, I thought he'd be so mad at me. I haven't been able to contact him because
It's fine. It's fine. But do you have the thing?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have your he like looks how he's like, yeah, right, if you're from the prince, I have the thing. There's like a moment where he's like he like reaches for the clasp and he like offers it and he's like, wait, how do I know that you're with the prince?
We have a letter thing that he gave us to get around. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah. He looks at it and he's like, give an insight check. Anyone can do the insight check.
Oh, okay.
Natural 20.
Woo, starting it off right.
Excellent. With a nat 20, you look at him and he says like, I see. Okay, good. But you can see he's not reacting to anything he's reading until he like sees the bottom and he's like, okay, and we see the signature. And you realize, which is like the signature and the seal, which you realize quite quickly, he can't read. He doesn't know how to read. He only reacted, like normally he'd be able to read like that letter and he can't read. He's only reacting to the seal, and he sees the seal that the representative, and he recognizes that. And that's like, oh, good. You also feel like there was that moment where it's like, he's a little embarrassed that he was about to offer the thing, whatever he was about to offer you, without actually checking. And he feels like he's stumbling, like he's off balance, he's things. And you realize you could easily take advantage of this guy. He is not someone who grew up in John. He's not used to someone being swindled. He had a bad couple of days where he's been tricked and things, but you could easily take advantage of this kid. Like, you've got him. Like, even if you hadn't just saved his life, you'd probably, he's an easy mark in this city. Like, you doubt he would have survived another couple of days. Well, aside from the fact that no almost killed him.
Can I have that back?
Right, yeah. And he like gives the letter back. And
It's got a way with words, doesn't it?
Right, exactly. All the words.
Yeah.
He has the best words.
Good.
He opens up. He takes the clasp off his like, and you realize it comes off. Like it comes in like two parts. As he's like open it up, and there's like a hollow bit left in like the clasp where he like took it off, and he like shows it. So this is the relic in question. The tetragram seal. And he like shows it to you, and it's like as he like shows it to you, you realize it expands in his hand. Before it was very small. It was just about it was about a few like it could only like fit in your palm. It used to be like just very small. Now it's expanded to like just a little bit smaller than a dinner plate. As he's like planning to you, and you can see the seals where they've got these like pointed stars. These like pointed stars are imprints. Like they're clearly like places where things are supposed to go. Like there's an empty groove in all of them. And you see, they shine with this like silvery light. Like they're still bronze, but like the inside, the engraved like are going with like this this strange like silver, this like moonlight silver or something like that. Yeah. So this is supposed to help. He's like, how? I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you guys about what the relic does, but this is the relic.
Right.
Oh no, you're supposed to tell us for sure. We
Yeah.
were asked to like, find out everything.
Oh, right, yes, because, right, yes. Yeah, like the letter says. Yes, exactly. How could I forget what was in the letter? Yeah, of course. Yeah. So this is designed to, and like he looks over and he's like gains more focus. He looks down at this like the seal. Here on this seal, my people, the two as known as the gatekeepers, is designed to find the missing pieces of a powerful seal that is supposed to seal something where it's split off into 12 parts that go into each of these grooves. You're supposed to use this to put the seal in and make sure it's still doing its job of sealing what it's supposed to seal away. It's supposed to find these things, find the missing seals, put the pieces away safely, and make sure whatever's sealed in there is properly, sealed. Well, it's supposed to. I mean,
it's like a lock with 12 keys.
No, it's what's a good way to describe it? There are the 12 keys in it, but you could use. There were 12 keys, and each of them keeps a lock on whatever's supposed to be. Like they lock whatever's supposed to be there away. This is used to fix the keys, because over time keys erode, they break down, they do it. This is supposed to repair them if they get broken. So we're supposed to go. Me and my mentor were supposed to go around and make sure the keys are all right, make sure they're sealed and fixed. But he can't do it anymore, and you can see like he looks a little deflated. His ears like go down a little. They like go down a little bit, like a little sad that he's like looking down. And he like looks at putrid. No, he was in the morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Right.
I reach out and hold his shoulder.
Yeah.
Should we start moving while we have this conversation?
We should keep this away from U-turn. Who's going to eventually come back, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peter, so we also have the captain.
You're not a captain. It's
The captain, not me.
oh, that
The Null is still there unconscious.
right.
Wait. No, can you tell us why these three were trying to attack you as well? Were they onto this? Did they want this, or was it?
I think so. They were asking for the thing, the relic. I don't know how they found out about it, but that's what he was asked. That's what they were trying to get from me. But they were trying to like take from me. He was trying to get it from me. I mean, as long as he points at the dinner plate object. As long as this is like sealed in here, it doesn't emit magic. So I was able to hide it, but you know, he would have got it. I mean, and you notice there were like his clothes are slightly ripped and torn from when the gnoll was going at him. He doesn't look like he has wounds, like any like severe wounds at that point. Possibly because you had protective magic placed over him during the fight, the shield thing. So it's actually nothing broke skin, but his clothes are a little bit torn up by the gnoll's claws.
Here's my concern about the gnoll. I don't want to take him to the prince because that's not what he asked us for. And if we take him, then we give away the location of prince, and it's just a little iffy. Maybe we just leave him on the street. Our job is to get this guy and get back.
Yeah, but if we leave him on the street, there's a good chance he'll come back for it, and Nogu might not be as lucky next time.
We could
Okay.
just whack him over the head and be done with it.
Well,
Not you. Not you.
I should really. Are you going to leave me here? I thought you were going to take me to the prince.
You're coming with us.
Yes.
Good.
If you'd
Alright.
like to.
I am also not sure about killing the gnoll. While I understand that he intended to kill him.
No, let's not kill him, but we should find a way to.
Pewter, give me an insight check.
Inside check and it's
Because if he follows us,
That's a 13.
or something.
He looked when you said like, oh, I don't feel how I feel. I don't sure about killing. Like, he looks at you with it's like a mixture of surprise and relief. Like it's like a quick, like when you said that, like, and then just like a little bit more relieved when you said that.
life is complicated and rare. It seems to require a lot to create. I find suppressing its existence a poor exercise.
Yeah.
He's just wiping tears off his face.
So what's the solution here? Because we leave him, he'll follow us. We can tie him up and just hide him in an alley.
We can ask Luther to hang on to him
Is
for
Luther
aggravated assault or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, can you put that back? Just hide it. Or
Yeah.
He takes the plate, casts some kind of spell, shrinks it down. It doesn't look like any arcane magic that you guys are used to. I think, what's it called? Madhu might recognize druidic magic a bit more, given her time with animals and the centaur, so in the Eldeen reaches. So he shrinks it down, seals it up, and as he does so, you can hear the dum 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 of the heavy footprints of, you presume, guy in armor, possibly Luther, coming back this way.
Talvar's gonna take off her the red cloak that she's wearing. Just wrap it around Nogu, like, you know how when somebody is just dealt with shock, you put a blanket on them. Yeah, so I'm gonna give Nogu a shock blanket, and also very intentionally hide the on them using the shock blanket.
Sure. As you like put it around, he comes in, grimacing. He's like, God, this is so. I lost track of him. Don't worry, we will definitely find those guys.
We have one for you right here.
You could interrogate them.
Yeah, he like, looks down and he's like, so good working with you again, Tal. Oh, just like old times.
Just like old times indeed.
Yes.
Are you okay? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. It's only a chest wound. Don't worry about it.
Chest wound?
Yeah, you see that the hobgoblin like slashed him where the bolt went into him. You can see like that there's blood coming out, but he's done some quick healing on himself. So it's like it's sealed up, but it's like you can tell it's going to be a bruise. Like it's not that fun losing that amount of blood.
Yeah.
Like Leon, like his kind of healing, like it's good for patching you up like in an emergency, but like long term he's gonna need to recover the blood by himself and those kind of things. But he's also a tough guy. He's a big tough guy with way too many muscles.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, if you need me to help with that.
Yeah. Oh,
We'll help you.
No,
bring
it's fine. He's like blushing a little bit. He's like focused on the unconscious Noel. And he like
Right.
picks him by the scruff of his neck. I can wake him up and do an interrogation of him with you guys with me, or I can take him down to the gate to interrogate him there.
How much time do we have before we need to get back? Yeah.
very long.
Like he said, like by this evening, but it's like you guys have only been gone for an hour. You have, it's not like you're in a massive rush. Like, get back before this evening just to make sure things are happening.
Maybe you can spare a couple of hours if you like.
Yeah, we can hang around.
Okay. Let's do that then.
Have you told him that you are doing this mission for the prince, or did you keep that
No.
quiet?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
fair enough. Got it. Yeah. You also know that in Shan, if you're willing to pay for it, you can probably find someone to do a courier message or something like that.
Oh. We should do that. Or maybe not. Maybe that's unsafe. Let's just...
Yeah, maybe I don't want someone else being intercepted and put in harm's way for us.
Yeah.
Seems a little unfair.
Yeah.
No, let's do this. We'll take the Noel with a looter to the guardhouse. They'll question him.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get back to that. But they'll question him. And after that, once we are satisfied that he is probably not going to come after our friend here, we will take our friend to the safe place that we are staying.
Yes.
I asked Talvar, could I speak to you for a second?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And like we just step to the side for
Okay. Are you guys stepping aside, or are you walking and talking?
Walking and talking ahead.
Sure, just a way so that they
Yeah. So you're aside. So yeah, he's walking on. He's like holding on to Madhu, and then it's got leg to Noel over his shoulder as he's like walking on it.
Mother just collects cute people and teachers at this point.
Is our concern that the Noel will escape and come after us, or that he will speak about us?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, mostly that he'll come after us and that the location of our employer will be at risk.
All right.
Yes.
Do we need any information from him?
No, but it might be nice to know for our own selves what's going on with this whole situation and why it's so important.
All right. DM, are we currently moving or are we at a stance?
Yeah, you're moving. You're like further back behind, so
Sure.
you could have a private conversation. But by general, you guys are moving unless you told them not to.
No. We're moving towards the gate, right?
Yeah, towards the gate.
All right.
As before, people are giving you a wide berth, for the most part, because you're traveling with them. Who's carrying an unconscious person. You see the kids who are playing ball. They wave at you quite happily because you gave them something. And then they wave at you briefly, see the unconscious Noel, and then decide just to run off somewhere.
He is of similar lineage to dogs, but not quite one. He is unfriendly, unfortunately. You're wise to keep your distance.
He looked. All of you, except maybe Pewter, because programmer. No, that's quite offensive to say someone like a sentient creature is related to even a Noel. Like there are a lot of people who dislike Noel, but that's not a nice thing to say about them, because they are sentient. So it's just like like saying, oh, that person, they're related to baboons. It's like it's very rude.
I look at it like, don't take that seriously at all. Like he's making a bad joke.
Who are you
Not
saying
all
this to?
Noels
Are you saying this to Nogu, or to the general people, or to
To the kids that he said that to. Did he not say that to the kids?
He did. He said that to a bunch. He said that to the kids who were playing ball.
I was
that was a
told.
bad joke.
I was not joking. I was told that Noels are related. Is that information not correct?
That information is deeply incorrect.
You wonder which bars and political events he's been going to when you're not watching it.
Right. So, Tudor, there is something that I should talk to you about. It's the idea of offense, right? You can say things that can upset other people, even and one of the ways you can do that is by comparing people of a certain species or race to animals or I look at Mabel like like I'm not used to.
I am
Luther
looking out of this conversation. I am
Yeah.
looking ahead with Nogu. This is your conversation to
No-
have with
Nogu,
this Warforged.
Nogu looks back and says, it's like and he's like, oh, it's like I told you before. Saying someone is like comparing someone to an animal is like comparing you to an abacus. It's demeaning. And then he like stops and immediately like turns back.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and I mean, sure, this Noel is an asshole. That's true, but that's this Noel, not Noel's in general. Am I making sense?
I understand to an extent. However, I do not see how dogs are offensive. They are loyal, they understand commands really well,
Right.
they are very smart, and everyone seems to like them. In fact,
No.
most dogs are not, as you say, assholes.
Yeah.
You're right, but here's the so there are certain connotations that come up when you compare someone to a dog, because dogs can also be feral and a variety of things, and often people tend to assume the worst when you say things like this. And when you call someone a dog, they won't think you're saying you're loyal, they'll think you're saying something mean about them. So if you want to compliment someone, general rule of thumb, don't compare them to animals, just compliment what you want to say about them. But I feel like my mother is really good at this. I'm not.
Would not comparing them be what you call metaphor? Isn't metaphor a better way of expression than literally saying what you do?
Well, in some cases, but when you're calling someone a dog, it's not.
well, Luther looks back and says, actually, if you say like, it becomes a simile.
Right. Also that. Fucking nerds.
I know it's like
He gives you like a $1 million smile as you call him a nerd.
I roll my eyes.
I'm still looking between like Luther and Talvar, just going like there's like a big question mark over my head. It's very obvious to see at this point. Like
You could,
what's happening here?
Nogu's also doing the
Chicks
same
are
look.
equivalent.
Yeah, he may be a teenager, but he's also like he's also figuring the same thing you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys brought into the gate. You're given like a room for investigation, like a private room for the interrogation. You're given some privacy. Well, except Luther's there, and also one other person there who seems to be a guard, and he's there with a stone, that a house silver stone that glows as you realize it's a recording stone. It's designed to record what is said and what's happened here. And so I've house done it with the assistance of other houses have ensured that any interrogations that happen, make sure this is there. This is a recording at all times, because otherwise bad things. There have been rumors of abuse of power in interrogation rooms where no one is present. So that is why we have this stone here. So just make sure, be careful what you say, because it will be recorded on the stone. He points at it.
Yeah.
I look
I'll
at
give
Bruno.
Nogu. Go ahead.
I look at Bruno and I'm like, don't call the Nolan dog.
understood. I was not trying to be insulting.
I know you're trying your best, buddy. And listen, I understand. It's just people don't.
I
You get it.
understand.
It's okay.
I have a question. One last question. When can I speak to Nogu about him possibly knowing who I am?
Immediately, his hair like goes a little, like stand up a little bit. He's like, when he said that,
Maybe after we're done here.
So the quicker we are done here, the quicker I can speak to Nogu.
Or you can take Nogu aside and have a conversation.
I would like to be present here
So after?
after.
Okay.
he sets it up and he prepares the detection stone. Well, his assistant does, prepares it up, and is like, he gives the date, he gives his name, so like beginning interrogation of Nogu, and then he places a hand on him, and then just starts glowing with energy as the Nogu says, "What? Ah, who the? I remember falling. Why is gravity so mean? Where am I? Why are my hands tied up? Is this a kink thing? My safety word is baloney."
Right.
I have come into the new city.
TM, sorry, clarification that I need. When I
Okay,
was
well,
talking,
safety word is.
fair enough. That's helpful. No, when I was talking, when Future was talking about not wanting to kill, was the Knoll still conscious?
No, Noah's unconscious.
Okay.
Noah's only been conscious now.
All right. Okay. Cool.
So, you'll tell us why you snuck into High Walls, why you snuck into the ghetto on this day, and why you were assaulting this young individual. I'm not going to say anything without my representative. I'm Guild, dang it! And look, I'm Deathsgate. He looks up, just check my pocket, it's there. He reaches in, pulls out a pocket, and pulls up it's a card. It's like a symbol of a gate with a skull on it with some signs on it. Anyone who's been in Sean for as long as you guys know, I have some idea what this card is, but you guys can give me history checks just to see how much you know about the card.
Oh, yes.
The natural one.
I can do a history check. Hold on.
Yeah. You just go for the big swings, don't you? Not 20s. You got a 19.
19. Yep.
Nice. Alika?
19.
Nice, both heavy 19s. 19, you know, even with that one, you've heard Deathgate Guild around, but you don't quite know what it is. The other two with the 19, Deathgate Guild is one of the big adventuring guilds in the city. They are designed like groups of adventurers can sign up for the guild. They are given some degree of protection while also investigating different things that need to be done. For example, hunting down bounty hunting is an often job in there. Excursions on perhaps Moorgrave University, going out to different locations, locales, some more local, some farther away, and very much they'll go here. Clifftop is considered like, oh, the prime, this is the respectable adventuring guild, those are the ones like people want to go to. With a 19, you know that Deathscape is kind of like the rougher one, like the one who will take dirtier jobs, who won't be so thorough with their clients, who will do, they'll do things that are just like not quite legal, or they'll do the paperwork to make it look legal after the fact. But so they're not the most respectable way. They're not liked very much, especially for the fact that they also recruit from all manner of individuals. They'll recruit monsters, they'll recruit from different groups, they'll recruit goblins, they'll recruit all kinds of people in there. Like Sean welcomes these people, but welcomes the thing, but they'll basically anyone who's willing to do dirty work for money, they come here. This is the guild where murder hobos go. Yeah, but it also means he does have, as an adventurer, he is entitled to some legal protection for things like this. He's not just a random. He's just not a random thug. He's not a random criminal. So,
This was unexpected. Okay.
why would an adventuring guild want to go after a young boy, this young individual? Nogu's just looking very strange. That's guild business, and we're not really entitled to talk about what kind of shiny people hire us. Well, so he looks at it. His adventuring guild name, the name registered is Yiktush. Age 17. Part of the guild for 6 months. You already have two. You have 2 demerits. I was like, well, 2 demerits this month. And then he looks at Nogu and just like, I still want my toy.
I'm gonna step ahead of Nogu as he starts talking. Talvar is talking, so she probably covers
Ooh. You look like a spicy girl. Tell me, is that a wig or is that all natural? He says, looking at your hair.
I look between, Future looks between Talvar and the Knoll. Did the Knoll give his name?
His
Yeah.
name was given as Yiktush.
Oh, I thought that
when
was
his
the
name was
adventuring
read.
part.
No, that's his name on his card.
Right.
His Adventuring Guild card.
Okay, got it. Future looks at Yuktush back and then like, I recommend for your own survival, you do not speak to Talvar like that. She is very lethal when annoyed.
Ooh, are you threatening violence against me? Oh, that's fun. Just for a record, I'm currently tied up and at the mercy of House Denner and City Watch. And he's saying it loudly. You realize he's saying it for the purpose. The stone is recording everything you're saying.
That is correct. I am threatening you, but you should also understand that while we may face repercussions after your death, you will still be dead. Would you like to die?
I'm gonna rest a hand on Peter and I'll be like, stop.
Luther looks like he looks annoyed, but then he looks angry at Pewter specifically, and I'm going to have to I'll have to say for the record, the individual speaking, Pewter, a Warforged gentleman, is not part of the City Watch. He has not been hired by House Dennet. He is speaking as his own person, and he is about to be asked to leave this room. And he looks at you.
I will make eye contact with Luther, and I will try to do the best Warforged equivalent of a wink that I can to tell him that clear enough if I can.
There's this huge sound of a grate coming down as your eyelid.
Wow. Is your eye malfunction?
I may have taken some damage. However, before I leave, I should point out that I can still kill Yiktush here before I do. I suggest you cooperate.
You are not allowed to kill a suspect in this kind of way. I will not. Members of the City Watch and House Dennet will not allow this. And you can see he's reluctantly getting out his spear. He's not pointing at you, but he's getting so he will.
Can I get an inside read on has Luther caught on with what I'm trying here, or is he oblivious?
Actually, give a persuasion or deception check, basically to see if you can get your point across.
All right.
And he'll have to see if you can get
I
that
have
across.
a -1 on both of these, so I'm going to go with persuasion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see. Okay, that's a 9.
You don't think he got? No one really understood what you're trying to do here.
Very well.
Yeah. You can do an insight. You guys can do an insight check on the knoll to see as you're making these threats against him.
That's terrible. Mine is a 7.
12.
Yeah, 7, 12. This knoll be crazy. 12. He does not seem scared of Pewter in the slightest. You're not sure why, because Pewter is a big freaking Warforged and did some damage, but he doesn't seem scared. But yeah, he'd be crazy. Every sign about him reads as crazy. So, are you staying in the room or are you leaving the room?
Seeing the spear, I'm going to find Putin will back away because he will take a step back and try to leave.
Okay. You go to the room. The assistant knocks on it, and opens it up, and you're allowed to leave. Does anyone leave with Pewter?
I look back at Peter and I come with you.
I will be alright.
Okay. Are you taking Nogu with you?
If Nogu, I will give Nogu a look, but I won't say anything. So if he wishes to leave, that's two.
What kind of look are you trying to give him?
I'm a Warforged. I can only really give one look.
Yeah. Try and give a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Just try and get your point across.
That's the first one.
So he doesn't think that you're threatening him?
Wow. A 7 and a 1.
Wow.
So
He looks scared. He cannot. Actually, you got a 7. He tilts his head. He doesn't know what you're trying to tell him. That's like genuine, like, what?
No, I'll be like, Nogu, are you good at interrogation?
No.
Then perhaps you are also not needed in the room.
He thinks about that. Looks at the no. The no licks his lip hungry and like, yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a good point. He leaves the room with you.
Whoa. Okay, then Chad just crossed the line. They were like, Pewter is like Kristen Stewart, only one left. Guys.
The food is amazing. How dare you?
Yeah, Kristen Stewart's amazing.
Okay. He is not like Kristen Stewart, okay? He is like the guy from Zoolander. He has the look.
Sure.
Also, you just need to see Kristen Stewart in good movies.
Yeah.
She has been in good movies.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
Movie that was apparently very good.
She is.
No. Come back to the topic again.
So, you and Nogu have left the room, and we'll figure out what you guys are doing in a second. Inside the room, you can see like he's like he's making a motion as the doors open to like go get a representative for the guy. It says he looks at you two like as if, do you have anything you want to ask? You
can ask questions. Oh, right.
You're allowed to. Like, just introduce yourself. So if you're going to ask a question.
Oh.
I open my mouth, and then when he says that, I close it.
I'll go for it. This is Medu Vitalis of House Vitalis asking a question of Ichthus. Ichthus, if you do not mind telling me, who hired you to go after this young boy here?
Ooh, House Vitalis. Ooh, that is fancy. That is really fancy. All that houses make me feel like the specialist little no boy in the pen. Oh, and it's like they're like, why should I tell you that? What benefit is there in me doing that?
You are currently locked up in a city-guard pen, and any cooperation would probably give you a little bit of leeway.
Also,
I'm not going to be here for very long.
we have something you need.
You do you?
So if you help us out with some answers, we will get it to you.
Ooh, you know what I want. You know what I need. Yeah, and he leans forward, and you can see like Luther's like getting his spear, like he's like, "Be careful!" But like, he's leaning forward, like the chair's tilting forward. He's like looking at you, like, "Go on, then, tell." Yeah, he's like, "Tell me what I need." Yeah. Tell me what I need.
I am going to glance at Nogu, and I'm going to glance back at Noel. Say, I don't think I need to explain to you, but if you answer our questions, we'll be able to help. You're not bargaining with us here. This is a one-sided offer.
Uh-huh.
I'm obviously lying. I don't mean to give it to him. So.
Yeah. You can do a deception check.
Oh, that's pretty good. Deception. 17.
Yeah. Ooh, fancy. You're making me these offers. Right. Ooh, those are good offers. Those are impressive offers. Anything. Alright, so like, he shrugs. Alright, he says like, I just get on. Listen, if everyone who makes the deal hires an adventuring party from the guild, if you gave away their names, you wouldn't get hired anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're very trustworthy. You got one of those faces that just says you can trust me. You can have me over for a barbecue. But still, I'm gonna say no. Unless you want to teleport a very nice dictus stone, and like points at the recording stone. Want to tell that very nicely what exactly we're about after. That'd be very interesting.
I look at Mabel, like, I feel like we're wasting our time. Let's just get going.
Yeah, this isn't really getting us anywhere. I prefer more direct methods of doing things anyways.
By which you mean asking questions in a straightforward manner.
Yes, definitely that. Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
I turn to
Luther
Luther.
looks relieved, and he looks at the stone as you said that.
I give him a smile and I say, we'll see you around. Thanks for the help.
Definitely will see you around.
He nods. Indeed.
As we're
as you
making our
guys
way out, I will like
He's just like,
lean over, give him a one-arm hug, and then awkwardly shuffle.
and then as he says out loud, he says, Madhu of House Vidalis, Madhu Davalis, House Vidalis leaving. As is, and he looks at you.
As
Yes. As her assistant. You could feel like he did not enjoy doing that. You could feel like this was every bit of his like lawful bones and body was like, not saying your name felt wrong. So yeah. I said, all right. And you hear the door shut as we cut away back to in a quieter room. Like this is probably where they have like canteen, like this kind of like private kind of space. You have Nogu and Pewter, who are alone. And he's like rubbing his hands together. He's looking at the Warforge, nervously sitting down. He has a little cup of. They gave him like a cup of milk that was warm once upon a time. So, hi. How are you, Pewter?
I'm well. Mostly functional.
Good. You look better than I saw you last. I was very worried when I thought you didn't survive. I thought you didn't survive the morning.
I did not.
Oh. Do you? Oh, okay. He looks sideways and he like says like, are you a ghost forged? I heard about them in the pulps. In the pulp radios, they like say these things about like Warforged coming back, but they're not actually there. They're just ghosts of the past. Are you one of those?
I am very much real and not material in existence.
Oh, okay. What about do you know what happened to Mahud or Sammy or any of the others?
Do I? Do any of those names ring any bells for me?
Do an intelligence check.
I shall do an intelligence check.
Most of it does.
It is a 6.
You have no idea what he's talking about. You're like hoping for like a flashback or like any of the memories of nothing's coming. And you're like staring at this guy. He looks up at you hopefully.
I have no memory of this.
I'm very sorry for screaming. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever see any of the people back then, and just seeing it. I thought you were gone. I thought everyone was gone. He starts crying into the milk.
You are crying. This is a sign of distress. You should not be distressed. I did not plan on attacking you.
I'm not distressed. Wait, you were planning on attacking me? But I wasn't considering you attacking me. Even now. Why would you? You're Pewter. You're one of us.
People expect me to attack them. I do not know.
You never. No. You're Pewter. No, you're Pewter. Why would you attack anybody? Why would you attack anybody? You never attacked anybody. I'm just happy to see a friend, someone I recognize. Because no one's around anymore.
We were friends.
Yeah, you don't remember?
I have a very corrupted memory core. Most of the information that is available is fairly recent. I can give you a complete recollection of everything that has happened in the last, and he starts up, 3 months.
But you don't remember anything Master Mahood? But you said what the words Master Mahood said to you. About, well, when he was teaching you about the importance of life. You just said that. Back at the thing.
That
You
is,
really don't remember?
I do not.
Oh. Okay. Sometimes I wish I didn't remember. It hurts, you know. Sometimes remembering the good, but then knowing the good won't happen again.
I wish I did remember, because knowing what has happened is also important. It allows you to go forward.
I wish you remembered. I sort of wish you did too. You were the last person to see. You and Sammy were the last people I knew who were with Master Mahood when the morning happened.
Do you have a complete recollection of the events involving me?
More or less. He leans forward. If you're sure you want to know.
But you see a pregnant pause unfold on. Did I kill people?
He stops a little bit. It was war, so some people, you killed people and things that were trying to hurt us, but you did kill. Yeah, not like in a vicious way. At least not when I was with you. You were mainly protecting. You and I'll explain if you want me to, but
Okay.
he does the thing that he was told to do, like breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. So, your unit, you, Sammy, some of the others came down, and you met me and Master before I got my name, before I got my rank as a druid, and you were assigned to protect us as we traveled around Sire. This was traveled for about 4 months together around Sire, traveling. It was dangerous because of the war going on, but we had important work to do. Then, on the day, there were things that were fighting us, horrible creatures, mage-bred creations, living spells. But then on the day of the morning, everything went dark, and we got the alert. You and Master you told me we were in the we were near the border town. You told me to run and go as fast as I could, and you were going to go find Master Mahood, who was going near the capital for something. And so I ran, and you said you would come back, but you, Sammy, Miss Mahood, I never saw any of you again. I thought you were gone. Do you remember? You don't remember anything?
I do not. Thank you for that.
At this point, you guys have the other two have managed to come out, and you guys can hear each other walking back. And people have said oh, they're in this room. So you guys can basically you notice them the windows open, so you can kind of see, even though they can't hear you, they can see that you guys are there.
I hear them come approach, but I can see them approach.
Yeah. You hear and see them.
Alright. I will wave to Talvar I am not evil.
I knew that.
I was not evil.
Okay, that's good.
Insight check? No, just Pewter.
Oh, sorry.
Right, glasses. There we go. Yeah. That's 13.
He describes that you were with him for 4 months, but you had been active for longer than 4 months before the end of the war.
Right.
So for the time period you were with him, and he's describing you as a defender and guardian, that very well could be true. You,
Right.
however, do not know if you were also the same before those 4 months. Yeah. Do you? Yeah. So yeah, you for that time period you weren't evil. As far as this kid is saying, you definitely weren't evil. It's just your rational, logical mind is making you think the worst. You might have still been evil otherwise.
I say that, and then as you point that out, as far as I can tell, there is still a 60% chance that I was evil.
Well, here's the thing. Even if you were, and I'm not denying that you weren't or you might not have been. If you were, it's not like if you're evil once, you're evil forever, right? What matters is how you're now, and right now, and for as long as I've known you, and for as long as Nogu's known you, you've been good. So I would recommend that you focus on that and feel some joy about that if you can.
Yeah,
Then try to
Master
figure out
Mahud-
if you were evil or not. You've
Master
been good
Mahud
now.
said that there's very few things in the world that are truly evil or truly good. It's about what destroys things and what makes things, what preserves things, and those all have a place in the world. But only those that corrupt things can be considered evil. That's
Yeah,
what he would say. I wish he was here.
preservation and ruin.
I mean, we've all done things we're not proud of. That's all right. We move past it. We'll do the best we can to make up for it.
You all make valid points. I will keep this in mind. And then he does the same kind of military bow that he attempted when Nogu didn't. He's like, thank you.
I hold one hand out to Pluto.
Do you
When you
need
do
something?
the military, he does it as well and bangs his head on the table. Ow! Sorry.
No, you can. I want you to hold it.
Pluto holds your hand.
And I put my fingers and I squeeze it. I don't know if he can feel the squeeze, but I squeeze it.
Computer, can you feel it?
Yeah, I think the intent comes through even if necessarily the sensory alone might not.
Sure.
Yeah.
Computer, because you're Warforged, you might think, oh, steel, your hands are cold, but you're also powered by energy. So, are your hands cold or are they warm?
They start off.
Because her hands are warm. She's a fire genast. She has no say. So.
Yeah, it starts off room temperature and it gets warm after she.
Yeah. Good. So, he looks at this and he's smiling that this is happening, and those are the. So, are we going to go see the prince?
Yes, this was a complete colossal waste of time. Let's go.
Yes.
I liked it. And he gets off the chair.
So did I.
That's his happy sound.
That's what he said. That's what he says when he's in a good mood.
I'm gonna start incorporating tones into this whole thing.
We will get a soundboard
That'll be
whenever
hilarious.
Peter's having a happy moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be
All right.
I
So,
would say though that this was great for you too. I'm happy about that. But we really better hope the old friend there doesn't let information about this thing become very public. That might be a problem. So,
It's really beyond our control at this point. I mean, we should just wrap up the job we can do. All we're concerned about is the ranch. So,
true.
So,
Eyes on the prize.
You guys-
Let's go.
So you guys ready to leave? Do you want to say anything? Luther is still in the room. Do you want to say anything to him or leave a message to him before you leave, or are you just heading off?
I'm gonna look back at Luther. I take a step towards the room he's in, and then I shrug and I'm like, yeah, that's good. Okay.
As you go past a dwarf in like a fancy suit, sharp tie, cap comes in, has a briefcase at the side, like goes in like Barges like, oh, terribly sorry, so sorry about this. And he's like coming. He's got a very styled beard, like it's like curled with thing, and he's just like he looks like a even like besides that he looks very much professional. As you look at me, you're like pretty sure. Oh, sorry about that. If you want to, sorry about the injuries, but if you do get any injuries from the City Watch, I'm your guy. And like has an attorney card. I recognize him as a member of a law firm.
I see.
I take the card.
His name is Caius Stone, from Stone and Son and Son and Daughter, a law firm, which is basically who's going to watch? Yeah, who's going to watch the Watchmen? Us, and we'll get you paid.
Oh my god.
Question: how do you say the first name?
Caius, Caius.
Yes.
Like the character from Twilight, one of the best movies Kristen Stewart has starred in.
Oh God.
We lost all our
Twilight
viewers.
New, to be
We
specific.
lost all our viewers.
I'm so sorry, guys. That was this.
At least the first one had a good soundtrack.
I know. Oh, it's so good. But yeah.
So, soundtrack aside, you guys head off as he heads into the room, presumably to represent the Knoll. As you guys make your way off back to the inn. As you're there, going this long, winding path, heading off towards the inn, you reach, as you're going by, give me a perception check, just Indrani.
That's pretty good. 21.
You look like in the spots where like you have this like you were being followed before. In the very first time you went to, there was someone watching the place. You don't know where they were following you or if they were following the thing, but you've been keeping your eye out. You're watching to see like anyone else is like keeping an eye on these things, and you're like keeping this close active look. But as you like come up and like look towards that spot, like up on that building, you see that the member of the bodyguard of the prince, he's up there now, and he looks like he's looking and like he's like looking around. He's clearly looking for something. Then he like sees you and like he gives you like a nod, as he's like looking around. And he's like scared. Like with 21, I'll say it's very clear that he's not trying to like draw a big scene to him. It's just that he's very big as a very big individual. He's like naturally drawing a scene, and it's clear he's looking for something, but you're not quite sure what he's looking for. And he comes down, gets the ladder, and he like slides down when you guys approach. Nods.
Do you need some help?
No traces left.
You know what? Not my business.
It was-
Maybe seen the prince.
And he doesn't. I'm saying he just like leads the way. As you go, there's like you can hear like the sound of like sounds like Prince Albert is snoring. The horse is like snoring at this point. He is no longer vomiting, but the smell is strong in the air. Yeah. As you're like going, he's like, someone gave him some apples.
What
Who would do
monsters?
such a- I know. Who would do such a thing?
Yeah, it's beyond me.
We will have to have words with the owner of the ranch.
Oh, I
I'm
feel
sure
like
it's not their fault though. We might have just gone and like found apples on a tree or something.
no. I remember we were making our way back, and there was an orchard that we passed. Maybe then,
Oh yeah.
definitely was.
You let him eat at this orchard?
We didn't
Know
I think
about his
didn't think. We
Yeah.
did. We've never allowed a creature who's not allowed to have an apple before have an apple. This must have. I mean, Prince Albert is just so stealthy, I guess. Because we didn't see it coming.
I know.
Definitely wasn't at the ranch.
So either you lost sight of the horse that you were leading the way and let him get some apples by himself, or what? Invisible creatures feeding him apples.
Yep, the second one.
There is something known as bodily autonomy, so I don't think it was anybody feeding him apples per se. It might have just been the horse who just got a little excited when he saw some apples. You know how animals can get. They're such complex creatures.
No, they are not. He opens the door. They just eat.
Yes, they are. I've spoken to
They
them.
just open it up. Yes. Well then, is that because people don't like to talk to you?
You know, that's fair.
So,
Big move.
He leads you into the room. He leads you into the hot fire inn. Takes you up to the stairs, 6th floor, with Nogu, who looks like scared because, well, partially scared because the guy is really big, but also like enamored by like how lush this whole place looks. Like with all these places, like all the fancy, finally the way people dress, like, wow, ooh, oh my god, the lift is moving. And he's like he's going up, and he's like very excitable about all this is happening. As you guys approach the room, you see the prince is there. He opens the room. Hold on, he's got like several letters as well as a small stone that he's like listening into. He's speaking softly into like, I understand, of course. That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect to me. We'll be in touch. Please accept the fruit basket, my friend. And then I put it aside like, excellent! What excellent timing! You guys have Nogu Dusk. It's an absolute pleasure to see you. He like stands up and like he extends his hand to the little druid. And he's like, it's a pleasure to meet you in person. Oh, great prince! Am I allowed to touch his hand? Will I burst into flames? I don't know. I've never met royalty before. Okay, she says so. Shake. Yeah, he nervously shakes their hand. And there's like he's overwhelmed because the guy's hand is like the size of two of his own, and like he shakes it from. Oh, okay. Excellent. So, Naman, you have the relic? Yes, I have the tetragram. I was like, oh, excellent. Good. I have notions for everyone to come to the table.
Sorry, how do I spell the relic tetragram?
Tetrogram?
Tetragram.
Tetragram.
Yeah, as far as you know.
So 10-sided?
So, excellent.
Okay, go on, sorry.
Cute, we can later.
So as you sit down, he looks at okay, so the relic, right? Opens it up, brings it down, expands it into a dinner plate. So this relic caused the mourning? No, absolutely not. No, I wouldn't carry something like that. No, absolutely not. No, definitely not. This doesn't cause the relic. This didn't cause the mourning. I mean, no, it didn't cause the mourning. It is maybe related to what did though. Yes.
No, I'm just. This little thing is the reason why a whole city is off the map.
Well, it's related to the reason why it's off.
A whole nation is off the map.
Yes.
Sire is a nation.
Where I was serving.
Yeah. So no, that's not quite it. So you remember when I was talking about the 12 keys that was keeping something sealed a long time ago? Well, I'll explain best I can. And like, the prince is just like sitting there. Take a breath. Drink some water. Wine. You look a little young. Just have some water. Milk. We can get you milk. That's absolutely fine. Just take a breath, drink it, and explain. There are creatures called the Delkia. They are exoplanet creatures from Zoya, the plane of madness. They came in here 1,000 years ago, caused big trouble. They warped reality, they warped people, they shifted, they changed them. They were disturbing creatures, and they were stopped by the gatekeepers, an ancient set of druids whose jobs was to keep them at bay. To keep them at bay. Me and my master are descendants of those groups, and our job was to watch the seal for one very powerful creature, one very powerful Delkia, to keep it from coming back into this realm. Is this place sealed? I don't feel comfortable saying his name. This room is secure. And as he says that, you guys don't really pick up on it, except for Talvar, who is a little bit magical. This room, there's a slight humming around it that you realize might be some kind of concealment or some kind of enchantment has been done on this room that you don't think was here last time.
No.
So
I'm gonna walk over to Nogu, just rest one hand on Nogu's shoulder, and just be like, it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll protect you.
So, the creature, its name was Asameta Treyadoza. Don't ask me how to spell it because I don't know how to spell it. We're not supposed to write its name down. If we write it down, then
Asameta Treyadoza.
Treyadoza.
Oof, okay.
If you, as he says that name, the place there's a little bit of shaking, in the room. Okay. It's only supposed to be written down in one place at one time. So we're not supposed to write it down. We're supposed to pass down the rules orally. He's also called the conciliator. He was only stopped. He wanted to warp reality. He experimented on people. He changed them. He altered them in different ways, giving them strange abilities and releasing them for, we're not sure, his own amusement, his own experiments. He was doing something. He was only stopped by the gatekeepers and 12 of the people who he had altered in different ways. Each of these powerful individuals, they stopped him. They managed to stop him, seal him away, and they broke up the seal into different pieces. Each of these pieces were given by one of these 12 people and hidden in different locations. We're supposed to check on these seals every 100 years, just to make sure that they stay secure, to make sure that they're okay. We were checking them. The 100th year was, the latest one was in 996. The day of, and we were supposed to check the last one in the capital of Saya. That's where Master Mahud was going. We were looking around trying to find leads on it, get in there in the middle of the war to make sure things were okay. But something happened. The morning happened. And it's possible that the morning happened because maybe a seal was broken, maybe something happened, maybe something went wrong. The piece that was there, I don't know, but it's not. No one looked after that piece, and things are going bad, and so it's been longer than 100 years. I need to find those 12. I need to find the 12 pieces and repair them, get them all together, put them in the seal, because otherwise they're going to start changing people. They sort of be warping, changing them, giving and twisting them in different ways. And if it takes too long, if we're not able to bring them together and repair them, then the creature's going to get out.
The conciliator.
Mhm.
Right. There's 12 pieces.
And do you know where those 12 pieces are? Well, it doesn't quite work like that. I only know where the closest one to being broken is at a time. And the closest one is in Shan.
Over here.
This is way above my pay grade.
Yeah, this is all fascinating, thoroughly interesting. I look at the princess and so did you get my letter that recommendation would get Cosmo into the race? This is fascinating, but
He was
what
focusing
about-
on it, and then suddenly your attention like, oh, yes, of course. Oh, actually, yeah, we had everything settled in. We just need to, I just need to sign, everything's like set up. As soon as this came in, I was going to finalize the deal. But yeah, it's essentially sorted. All you have to do is meet with the representative I have in mind, and you'll be taking over. You'll be taking over for our friend Goyle the Gargoyle. He's wanted to get out of the race for a while. They aren't very happy with him. He's a bit of a lout, bit of a drunken lout, if I can be so frank. So they'll be happy to have an acclaimed being like Cosmo.
Perfect.
Who I am so grateful was there because he really helped Albert while he was having a difficult time. How did we ever find out why he got sick? And like the god looks and says,
Oh my god.
"Invisible Fae." Like, it's always Invisible Fae.
They're the worst.
Just the worst. Invisible Fae and bad apples, you know. They don't
Gibson doesn't say it, but it's like it was V Freeman. So V Freeman.
Oh boy.
Sure. All right. So, okay. Well, that's excellent. Do you know where in Shan it is? I've been trying to figure out exactly these last few days, but it works by starlight, and it's very difficult to see the stars in Shan. So.
Well, there is a way that you could fly up and
No. What?
I can fly? How? Wait, who can fly?
No. I look at Maybe and I was like, if we win the race,
Right.
maybe we can help the battle. I don't know.
You also realize that you could just fly anyway. Cosmo can already fly.
That's what we're hitting at with each other. But first the race, we have a ranch to save.
Yeah, we have a ranch to save, and that is roughly about the level of
Yeah.
adventure that we are sort of used to.
Oh, the ranch? That's actually a good point. The ranch is not close to the city, so that means the lights in the city wouldn't bother the stars. Why don't you? We'll sort things out. You'll be able to meet the representative tomorrow morning. I'll arrange the call. Meantime, why don't you take him to the ranch? Let him see the stars. I can have some security sent with you if you're concerned.
Right. Hold on. Just our exchange was to bring Nogu and the relic here
Yes.
in order to get into the competition, so that
That's true.
I feel
It's very important that we find out about the relic. If you would just as a gift, just bring him to the ranch so that he can perform the ritual and then bring him back, then I would be incredibly grateful. And as he said, incredibly grateful. He looks sincere. The guard behind him looks threatening.
right. I have a family to feed, so yes.
I guess we can take him to the ranch. That's fine.
Yes, we
Excellent.
We're going there.
Wunderbar.
Okay. Oh, he's just speaking in a different language.
You see Nogu looks up at you hopefully when you said like fly and even now he's like looking excited, just like, oh good, I really don't like this city. No offense, but the city is very scary.
We'll get
Oh,
you
yeah.
out, Nogu.
Yes, we have the biggest rats. They're as large as cats.
This is true.
Charm.
And he looks
They-
worried.
They're great
Oh,
conversationalists, though. You should totally like.
Maybe no one says that out loud and walks away from that conversation looking too.
Even the rats look a little embarrassed. So,
Let's go
Excellent.
up to the ranch.
Good.
We have a long day tomorrow,
Sure.
and Cosmo needs some rest.
that sounds right. The prince offers to exemplary dinner before you go. If you guys want to take him up on it.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Of course.
Oh, it's delicious. It's the best oil Pewter's ever had. And besides that, it is delectable fruits, delectable variety of like eggs and mutton, all manner of like salad. It is a mixture of meat and vegetables. But you notice the prince is avoiding the meat. He's primarily eating the vegetables that he's like speaking. That's good. Me and Albert both have delicate constitutions in different ways.
Right. Yeah. Poor Albert. And I look at my plate and start eating.
Yeah. I avoid any apple-based
The
food.
food, yes. Yeah, the food tastes good, but the guilt makes it taste like ash in your mouth. You guys, maybe it doesn't. Nogu looks like he hasn't devoured it because he has not eaten. He looks like he hasn't eaten in days. And you guys head off to the ranch.
Before we head off to the ranch, I'm going to be like, I think the shock blanket has done its job, so I'm just going to take that back.
Thank you.
Just get my cape, my red cape back on.
Thank you. And yeah, it's ready. You get ready to go. Unless there's anything else you want to do in the city before you head off.
But not particularly.
You
I'll
got-
take Cosmo back as well. But I don't.
Yeah, Cosmo's back with you. Albert is sleeping off the thing. Cosmo looks happy to see you, and then he like looks at, he makes eye contact with Pewter, and there's like the connection they have, that they can read each other's like. You look like you've learned more about yourself today.
He's giving me that look.
Yeah, somehow you can read his face.
Sure. Pewter tries to mimic his look with the limited range of expressions available to Pewter. And I don't know how well that goes. I can roll if you want performance.
No, he gets you. You rolled a 20 last time. We're keeping that.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Before we go, how at the tavern at the inn, can I find one of those messengers you talked about earlier?
Yeah, you can find. There's like you can find like couriers. Not this lady will be couriers, but there are like House of Valdis, not Valdis. God, what's the name of the gnome house? Gnome house, Dragon Mark. I need to remember. House Civis. There we go. These guys are excellent at a little like telegram booth or like messenger thing, so you can like actually leave messages, pay to leave a message or send a message for whoever you wish.
Yeah.
It depends how fast you want it. This is like something like, I need it there immediately. You pay. If it's in the city, it's like 5 silver. If it's like whenever they check their messages, it's about 5 copper.
I will put 5 copper down on the desk, and along with a note that's folded. And I'm like, I'd like to send this to Luther at the city watch.
Sure. Are you? Do you want to like send a message or take the message, or do you want to like telegram it? In which case they charge by the word.
No, I'll have written the note down.
Yeah, they'll get a messenger to do it. How urgent do you need it?
Hey, it's fine. No rush.
Okay, so we'll get it to them in the morning when our boys are ready. That'll be 5 copper. Takes it. Yeah. They don't read it. It is.
Oh, I can tell you what it says.
Tell me what it says.
It was good to see you again. Thank you for your help. I hope you're well. Yours, guest.
Excellent. Oh, you wanted this as a normal message? Or did you want it as a singing telegram?
Well,
We have a few no. We do have a singing telegram if you want it to be sung to
No,
him.
just normal is fine. Thank you.
All right.
Do I have to pay extra for it to be
For the
sung?
thing is, yes. For it to be sung, it's 15 copper.
What am I, made of money? No.
Thank you.
You're made
If you want to be
of a
sung
lot of
fully,
water
it's 10.
That's true.
and fire, which is very confusing. These should not coexist.
I ruffle my hair and just sparks fly everywhere.
All
Yeah.
sorts of things can coexist.
I feel like I'm a hazard.
guys-
Very, very gorgeous. But it's fine.
You guys head out, heading to the ranch, where you can see your sisters have gone home for the day. It's getting quite late, so they've probably already gone back to your mom's place at the inn. But you do see Calathea. She's there. She's like playing. She rests here, and she's like, "Hey, how'd everything go? Was the prince all right? Was he satisfied with the way we treated Albert? Like, we made sure he didn't have any
loved it.
apples."
Because he thought it was the best ranch in the world, and he cannot wait for Albert to be back.
Yeah.
Good. That's so good.
Besides that, things went very well. We'll probably be entering in the next round.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, then I'll make sure to get a saddle ready for Cosmo that can handle racing. I'll make sure he gets his some racing meats, so I get him in proper shape, some vitamins, and so like.
That would be most appreciated. One
I'll
small
also-
thing.
I'll also go check on Cosmo's wing, make sure everything's in perfect condition.
Good. And yeah, as you guys are doing that, you see Nogu's just like standing. You wonder where he went, and you see he's on top of the ranch, just like on top of the barn, and like he's just there looking up at the stars, pulling out this like dinner plate item, and it's just like it's glowing under as the stars come out. And it's like circling and messing around with the plate. And he's like looking at it. The lights are like shining, and he's like staring into it.
I'm just gonna watch him from a distance. I'll look at him.
No, I'll just mention to Panic. Yeah, if small favor, if you don't mind, would you be all right with putting up a friend here, Nogu, for the night?
It's fine, he can come to my place.
Oh,
He's adorable. I wouldn't mind. But if you want to take him home, yeah, by all means.
I'll
Up
take
to
him.
you.
I don't want him out of my sight.
Yeah. As you guys are like resting, relaxing, what's called? Does Pewter stay with Talvar and her mom and all those kind of at the end?
Yes, he does.
I will this time try to stay close to Nogu so I can, just be in his presence. Because this is a rare.
So you're on top of the barn as you're with him. His eyes are glowing silver, just like the light coming off the off the plate. And as he does, one of the 12 lines, they glow. These like points of a star, they glow, and it like spins and it points at Sean. And then a light hits him in his face, and he's just like, "I see it, I see it." And he's like, he does something with his hand, and like the center plate, like there are these 12 points, and there's like the center in the middle, like solid point. This like shimmers and it becomes a glowing sight, and you see images of. You see, there's like an image of like a Pegasus flying at high speed, like across side, being chased after by a hippogriff, and then other creatures moving at high speed over something. And as it like zooms in past these creatures, you see this like little shit. You see this looks like a medal, like this big golden medal across this thing, and you can see it's in the shape of a hippogriff being blown by winds. Like it zooms in, and like one of the wings of the hippogriff like glimmers with this like bronze kind of like you realize it like blends in, but there's something off about it, like something that shines, like maybe it's the item, and it's shimmering a little bit. That and it shines, it shimmers along with the line of this plate of this relic. As you like look at it, and you see it, and he says like it's a medal for some kind of race.
This is
Yeah,
what I
looks up.
believe they call an unfortunate coincidence. Or fortunate, depending on how tomorrow plays out. But knowing your luck, it will not play out well.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Okay.
So flat, Cosmo, please.
Yeah, have a little faith.
Are you guys there?
Yeah, I've been watching.
Okay.
yeah.
Is
So
it-
you
yeah.
so like he like stumbles a bit and he starts to like fall off the barn, but I imagine like Pewter grabs him with his monk reflexes before he goes down.
Sure.
Okay. Whew. I found it. I found the thing. I found it's in a medal, like for some kind of race. It's like in this medal with this hippogriff on it. There's like there's
No.
8 lines on it.
Oh, no. You have got to be joking.
Why? Is it a big thing?
No, it just seems a bit silly to put something in a medal, right? Like it's something you don't know who's gonna get it. Like what a dumb thing to put this important relic in. I don't understand. You really have to win.
It does seem dumb. Everyone, give me a history check.
That's cocked.
17.
The big old one. Natural one.
14.
14, 17. 14. We'll do Indrani first. We'll do Talvar first. With a 14, you're just like the history of the medal. You know that it's very. You know a little bit about the history of the 8 Winds race. It's the race of 8 Winds. It was started basically as King Galifar would use parts of Shan to train their aerial cavalry to see what was better, quickness or strength when it comes to flying beasts. And so, like from the history, it was racing, and it started off by him, just like these series of races. And like for the most part, they would have all these 8 different races for them going on. But you know that the one who usually wins, like the fastest one, is usually the hippogriff. The hippogriff ones, they succeed. They usually win. They usually succeed. They outlast everyone, except for the last year, the Pegasus won. Usually they don't. Like sometimes it flips and go, but like last year the Pegasus won, the last year and the year before Pegasus won, which also makes you think. Yeah, as you like to oh, Pegasus won. Now how? And then you think, person who's racing from House Vidalis is also now racing a Pegasus, despite the house emblem being a Susanna. Her house emblem is a hippogriff, but she's racing a Pegasus, which is not the house colors. With a 17, you don't know this, Peter. You know something else, and your mind goes back. You're in this just like a makeshift tent. Your mind immediately like, oh, military quick fabricated tent, designed there, assisted with magic, similar effect to Liamon's tiny hut, but in a practical form and a material form. And you're in this room is like smoking with incense that's flowing around, and you're a private in a room with a man. You look like an orc, a huge, like a very tall orc. He would be 8 foot tall, but he's like stooped over. Looks quite old. He's got this like cloak on, but his hair is a bit white, but otherwise it's like purple. As he's like a mixture of white and purple, and he's got one of his eyes is also purple. The other one's like a friendly green, and you think like the purple might be a little artificial. And he's smiling and he's smiling, but he's speaking like soft, like, "I could now record this safely. You are the one that we can trust with this. You are the one we can trust with this information. You must preserve this. You understand? You understand this, Pewter? If something happens to me, you need to know these things. While I'm confident that I'll be able to train young Nogu, it's important that you know this information in case something happens. Now, I will go to the different locations. I'll go to the different locations of the pieces. The first one, sign of the hippogriff, sealed away in the 8 Winds race medallion. This one, if it is released, the one who wields it, they have a closer connection to animals, as this is only a smidgen of their power. But if it is released, if it starts to break, that connection becomes more physical. They warp and they change, becoming more closer to the animal and more dangerously entwined. A twisted version of what House. This is why House Vidalis was left in charge of this a long time ago. This is why they are to watch it. But if something bad happens, if this changes happen, if this switches and turns and corrupts them, it's very important that you and the memory fades.
Asshole. I mean, great story.
You see Future kind of buzz out again. This is going to go into an emergency backup as well. He goes, looks at Nogu. I believe, okay, I look at Nogu. Could you describe what Master Mahmood looked like?
Yeah, sure. He was big, 7, 8 foot tall. He crouched a lot. Often wore these like big maroon robes, big red robes. He was really into incense. He would always like smell it around. He had, because of an unfortunate incident as he was training as a druid up in the mirror holes, his left eye is purple. And to go with that, he dyes his white hair, his hair purple. Yeah, he dyes his hair purple. He says it's to look cool. It doesn't work, but you know he tries. He tried. Wait, he said he tried, and he stops and was like, he tried.
Oh.
My memory core has retrieved a memory about him.
Oh, good. Is he alive?
This
Did
is an
you see if
old
he survived?
memory. It does not show what happened to him.
Oh, okay.
It is to do with the relic. Apparently, this relic, if released, will twist and change the people around it, and House Vidalis has been tasked with keeping it safe. It is a bad omen if they do not win it and continue to keep it safe.
You're saying this in front of all four of you, right?
Yeah.
But you have never heard of this. You've been part of House Vidalis. You've never heard this mentioned. You've never heard, like, 8-wind race is important because, you know, they're in charge. Like, you've never heard of any significance of the medal, of thing. No one's ever told you this.
Like, what are you talking about? It's just a race. It's just meant to show off our beasts and like show which is like better for battle and for like flying, things like that. It's not even that old. The race. Is it that old? I don't know how old it is.
Can I do a history check on how old the race is? I feel like that's
No, I think with the 14, I'll let you guys know how old that race is. 1 second. The actual age of the race. It's like one of those like long ago kind of thing. No one quite know when the race happened. And you don't have an exact date. Like Sean is not 1,000 years old, but it's one of those like it's a long ago. Like one thing like it's always just been associated with the city.
I mean, okay, the race may have been established a while ago, but it's surely not that long ago. What this person's talking about, what Nogu's talking about, sounds like. When was this weird entity thing sealed off? Like
1,000 years ago, give or take.
1,000 years? Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure we didn't have like Shan's not. How can that possibly be? Like, unless they put that there recently.
They could have. They might have decided it was easier to hide it in plain sight. Like after they put it in different places, they moved it somewhere else.
Trust them to put it in the most prideful place they could think of.
That is weird.
Entered, conceited.
Yeah.
Never mind me.
Well,
this seems to keep in track with how Lady Suzanne behaved.
So, who's Lady Suzanne?
She's in the race. She's going to be riding the Pegasus. We're actually racing against her.
Oh, that's cool. Wait,
no.
So, are you guys going to win?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
We'll try.
Wait.
Yeah.
So if you guys win, I can remove that bit from the medal, and like put it in the seal, and no problems, right?
Wait, can you put it back, right? You put it back, right, in the cup thing. Do you need to keep it?
How often is the race? I'm supposed to keep them all together until they're sealed. Like, how often do you guys do this race?
Oh, once a year.
Okay, that's fine. If this is still happening, if I still have it within a year, bad things have already gone wrong because we've only got. If this problem, if it's not solved within a year, we have bigger problems.
So then
Right.
I have to win this because if Suzanne wins this, there's no way she's going to give that up.
We'll cheat. We'll figure out a way how to cheat.
Okay, but the point is to show that Cosmo is better than the rest of them, not to like cheat, because then it kind of undermines the purpose.
Right, but I feel like there's bigger things at play. I do trust in you and Cosmo. So if you think that we can win this by merit, then I will accept yours.
Okay, you know what? Let's do one thing. We'll try to go on the straight and narrow, but let's have a backup plan.
How about we just swap the medal out?
You want to like steal it? You know what? I bet Suzanne will bring this here to the ranch to lord it over us. We can just
If she wins. And I think you will win. Right?
No, yeah, but of course I'm going to win. I mean, I plan to win.
Yes.
But in that 0.0001% chance, as Pewter will tell, that Suzanne.
Is that the correct calculation, Peter?
It is within the acceptable range.
Alright.
Yes, in the 0.0001% chance that Suzanne wins, I bet she'll bring the medal over here to like lord it over and show that she's got the ranch now and Calithea has to get out. Ridiculous. But in that case, that's a perfect time to work.
We could also kill her when she gets it.
Okay, you know, she is a member of House Vidalis. They will come after us if we try something like that. Unless, like, I don't know if I formally challenge her to a duel to the death. But that's not something I'm really willing to do for a medal.
Talvar, I believe you have many great ideas. Rebooting me was one of them. However, killing Lady Suzanne seems like a terrible idea. Just as trying to cheat in a race that heavily monitored by various houses is.
You know what? Fair enough. But if we don't win, then I get to say I told you so.
You told us what, so?
We can't hear you, Chira.
I will point out if we don't win, this is going to reflect badly on your craftsmanship as well.
Well, that is true. Good point. We'll win. It'll be fine.
We'll win, okay? We'll do this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Cosmo's great.
So, Cosmo is great, and Cosmo looks preening as he's like going off, and he takes a grand, majestic flight as he like flies around, and you just like Cosmo with his high speed, you think he can do it, and then he starts to flutter, and then just dives down, dives down and crashes, and then there's a nervous like, is it like, so is that the horse you're racing on?
Yes.
Calling him a horse is a bit of a stretch because he looks nothing like a horse, but sure, yes, that is the beast that we are.
I look at
Well,
Nogu.
I hope we.
I look at Nogu and be like, this is going to go a lot like a mission in the war might.
Oh, good, you remember those. Good. You said those had 0.01% chance of success as well.
And you
I don't
guys
know.
made it, so.
The war ended with a cataclysmic event and me being left for dead. I'm not sure being made it is the correct summary of events.
Well, let's
Yeah.
hope it doesn't. Let's hope we don't have that twice ago. And he like gives a thumbs up. And with that, we end the session for this week.
So,
Oh my god, this race is now suddenly so much more pressure.
loving the fucking massive tie-in that's happening there. So,
I am
no
feeling
pressure.
like
No pressure.
500% more pressured now about this race.
Yeah, this is all Alika. I've always like we'll be like, yeah, we're here to support you. And Alika's the one who's gonna be doing all the roles.
No, you guys are going to have to come up with a plan here, okay? I am not doing this on my own.
Let's
Yeah,
figure
We are
something
going
out.
to work out a plan about how this race is going to happen.
Yeah, before it was just for 1,200 gold and saving the rat. Now it's just big. Now it's like, oh, the world's happening.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
You know what? Jumping Suzanne later on for the medal will also be satisfying. So
You're right.
we're
That
a
would be
win-win.
great fun.
But yeah, thank you everyone for watching us. We hope you had a fun time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining
Like,
us.
we don't have any end of thing announcements, or do we announce
We
that
do.
next week?
We have a giveaway winner to announce, so let me just do that thingamajig real quick.
Yes.
And our winner today is Rishabh Jain. Rishabh,
What?
I think you
Ooh.
left a little earlier, but that's fine. I will reach out to you and get your dice to you. Congratulations. Thank you everybody else for sticking around.
And sorry for the sound issues at the beginning. I will endeavor to do better the next time.
Yeah, we're professionals. It's
Yeah,
fine.
just like, we're here to support you, like, in spirit. Like, you guys are all going to support Alaka as she races for her life.
The stream's technicals, what's it technical success is as good as Pewter's technical successes. So it's all in good case.
Yep.
Amazing.
Cool. Peace out.